everybody, Gingershadow here, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review with me. And today we are back in Main Piece, the One Piece mod for 1.20.1, which we've knew for a little while. This was, in the works. The mod creator put out a short a while back, showing off one of the new fights that were added in this update. Even then, though, it took a little while for the actual full release to come out. And after looking at the stuff that's in the new update, that makes a lot of sense. There's a bunch in here. We have some new characters. We have new passive abilities to, help just, I guess, make everyone that bit more, more like their anime selves when you're playing as that character. We have got new mechanics for the mobs you're going to fight, because they also get the passives. Oh, and they also have a thing now for when they have to go near water, so that's really cool. Then aside from that, it's just, some new clothes and stuff to come with some of the new characters. A bunch of the moves and stuff got updated to have better animations and bits. So, yeah, there's a fair bit in this little update. So, yeah, starting stuff hasn't changed. You get your compasses, tell you where to go. You get some bread, you get a skill changer. Cool. We have a look at the skill changer. Got all the various, classes, things you can play as. Okay, actually, I don't know about the ones on the side here, but all the character classes, at least, got some type of passive added on. And you can see it via going into your achievements. So, if we start with... I guess we'll just start at the top and grab Sanji real quick. So, yeah, it tells you, hey, there's all this stuff for Sanji. Why did you just take all my clothes off? Anyway, ignoring that bit, yeah, so it tells you, hey, here's the keys you want to use for your stuff and that. They had that a while ago, really handy, so you don't have to go check the controls and things. We get achievements, we get leg style, we've picked to be Sanji. Then we get passive, scientific exoskeleton, reduced damage. So, yeah, if you go into advancements, and you find your character in question, yeah, it'll basically show, yeah, this is a passive you have, and with that you can check everyone's passive if you want to. But yeah, so Sanji's one, really simple. Just, he has a exoskeleton, so he just takes less damage. Zoro, on the other hand, you get Zoro's abilities, cool. Now, it didn't say that time that I got the passive, but I did get it. Unlock 3 sword style. Shift and right click with the sword to equip it to your head. So this is the thing, if you're playing Zoro's one, you can just equip any sword to your head. Technically, it's the stuff we did before, but now it's actually just labeling it on the actual mod, so you know it's there. Pick to go Cyborg, that'd be Frankie, and yeah, Cyborg Frankie. So, I'm assuming there is a plus to this over just going Sanji's one. Sanji's one has an exoskeleton, Cyborg has reduced frontal damage, because if you remember Frankie's whole deal, I don't know about after the time skip, because obviously the time skip very different, but when Frankie was first introduced, he had a really strong front, but his back was really weak, basically. So if you hit him like the S, yeah, he takes, the full damage, whereas his front is, really reinforced, because, Frankie's entire build is just comical. Sabo, core perception, change strike attacks, charge strike attacks, ignore enemy defense and deal more damage, so Sabo's just a better striker, you can get into people's defense. Okay, I actually want to check this real quick. If we click Fire, yeah, so Fire doesn't have a passive, that makes a lot of sense. Fire is just your basic fighty sword skills and stuff, so yeah, there's no passive in there. Cool. Just wanted to double check that just in case, because yeah, it's all the character ones have it. So anyways, yeah, there's Mihawk. Yeah, so Mihawk's fancy. He's got 2 passives. Mihawk gets Mastered Subtle Sword. All sword skills cooldown time is halved. So, why is it better to play Mihawk if you want to be the best swordsman? Why is Mihawk the best swordsman? Because beforehand, he had some techniques, but, other swordsmen had similar techniques. Just Mihawk's one was blue in a lot of cases. And then they probably, I think Yoga's had some unique techniques. Yeah, no, now he's just quicker at using those sword techniques. Oh, and he's got the perfect mighty sword guard thing. So execute a powerful counter upon a sword perfect guard. Yeah, so essentially if you're playing as Mihawk and you have a sword in hand, and you counter someone, beforehand perfect guard just made so you took reduced damage. Oh no, with Mihawk, you're gonna now kick their butt when you do it. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is just more, passive in the sense of, it just happens. Like Sanji, you just wouldn't get hurt as much when you get hit. Very cool. No, yeah, Mihawk's one actually has, a passive that just kicks in when you're in a more aggressive manner. So, yeah, if a person comes at you, and they come to hit you, assuming I can guard at the correct time. Oh, there it is. Yeah, basically a bit like that. Basically, yeah, if a guy tries to hit you, you do manage it at the right time. You just counter them and cut them to pieces. So that's cool. There's also one for when you do ranged attacks, aka you'll fire a ranged attack back just automatically. So, Yeah, if you want to be, like, you know, great swordsman and stuff, yeah, Mihawk's a good way to start it. Alright, Kaido. Kaido has passive super being, boost health and defense. You just, yeah, I just got an extra bar of health and just more defense. I was about to say, wait, Shanks, Supreme King Haki? No, red-haired Haki. Getting Supreme King Haki, you can blast Haki from Griffin. Okay, so if you play as Shanks, you just get Supreme King Haki and can just use it better. Okay, so this is just if you want to be the Haki guy. Alright, very cool. King's Vessel, getting Supreme King Haki, getting enhanced knockback resistance. So, Roger, you just don't get sent anywhere. Odin, Haki transforms into Ryu. I don't know how you pronounce that. Not entirely sure what it means by this exact statement. Either way, apparently it does something to Odin's Haki. Okay, cool. Anyway, hey, what else we got here? Yeah, we've got, yeah, Lucci. So, okay, Lucci's one's actually quite fun because I believe before you basically had to rotate between certain moves and stuff to use them, like Shave and stuff like that in a lot of cases. Oh, Shave's still there, actually. Interesting. Because, yeah, one of the things with the 6 powers one is basically if you double-click... Or is it double sprint? How? Oh, there we go. Let's say, like, I guess I have to do it while I'm sprinting, but yeah. If I could do this correctly... Oh, there we go. Okay, no, it is just double-click forward. Or backwards. Shave. Yeah, so, basically, if you're using the 6 powers one, you can just activate it without having to click the button. So, like, yeah, for example, I go in Tempest Kick and I can... Yeah. Works till you bump into tall grass, apparently. So yeah, she's one part of it. You can also get Geppo and stuff. That's a thing. And then, yeah, there's Tekai, which... I think it's maybe you double-click shift and this works. And yeah, so I'm just gonna completely guard it because I've got Tekai on. Oh god, okay, and getting the time for this is gonna be tricky, but yeah, if you can play as Lucci, yeah, and you can time your attack properly, you can also do Iron Body Empty, is it Hollow Tree or whatever it's called? You can do basically his counter window where it hurts the enemy when they hit you, so is that very cool? Okay, what on earth is the King's Punch guy gonna get? I was about to say, does he even get anything? Is that actually a thing? I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff for a bunch of people, but I don't know about this guy. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Yeah, okay, maybe he doesn't get one then. Alright, cool. Anyway, Garp! Iron Fist! Striking power, not power are enhanced. Love it. Celestial Dragon, Authority. You're no longer targeted by enemies. Your bounty will no longer increase. That's an interesting way to play the game. Anyway, Fishman. We have got Fishman Karate, Super Strength, Water Breathing, and Increased Swim Speed. So, stuff that pretty much you'd expect for a Fishman. We've got Lunarian, which, yeah, adaptation to any environment, which, the whole thing of King refusing to die, basically. Until... This is Flames right now, right? Wow, his Flames are on, he just refused to basically, you know, take damage and stuff. And then we've got Giant, which... I didn't get any bigger. Giant Race, increased physical size. I don't know about that game. I'm guessing I've not got the core mod in required for that. But yeah, anyway, so there's a bunch of passives. So now there's more, like, you know, if you want to play certain characters and stuff, now there's, like, more reason you want to play them. Because, hey, if you do want to be a person that's going to punch things, then, yeah, Garp's style is going to be way better than going someone else's style now. Other than, you know, just the move factor, it's the fact that he now gets a passive just make him hit harder. Mihawk has better swordsman stuff. Obviously, Zoro's got, like, the 3-sword style ability and things like that. Yeah, so there's just, you know, there's more bits for individual characters. Very cool. But yeah, anyway, so that's all very fun. And all the mobs you fight, I guess, are going to have the same stuff, so Garp's now going to hit even harder. I don't know if Kaido's health went up. Kaido technically already had more health than, like, everything, so maybe he's not get more health. I think he's gonna hit harder, though. Yeah, basically, they all get the passive and stuff. Sanji's gonna have a better defense and things. It's gonna be great. Anyway, on to other things. So, we got a bunch of new spawn egg things in. We got a bunch of new characters and stuff in. Well, I say new. Technically, they're already in, but technically, it's a different variation of them. So, up until this point, when you're in the East Blue, the scariest thing you can encounter is Shanks. If you're his enemy, you're in a lot of trouble then, because if you're still hanging around the East Blue, you're probably not very strong, and Shanks is actually quite strong and scary for being in East Blue. Now, what made it even worse, though, is that he had Yasop and Ben Beckman with him from 12 years before the start of One Piece. And yeah, they were good. They were very strong as well. They were really annoying. They would snipe you. If they spawn near spawn, you could be cooked. Yeah, so now they're not going to be alone, because now they're also going to have, yeah, pretty much the entire crew with them. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great when you stumble into this slot accidentally in the East Blue. Like, good luck at that point. You're just done. Obviously, most of them still look similar to how they looked before. But yeah, I mean, most of it's just outfit changes and things, because they got fancier after they became after they became one of the emperors and stuff, or one of the emperor's crews. Yeah, they looked fancier and things. That's a bit though. It's just them in a more simplistic outfits, but they're still scary strong. So yeah, that lot are now kicking about. So that lot get added in. So that was like a big chunk of the new characters. Then there's a handful of other new ones. Although okay, this guy I don't remember if he was already in or not. Who's who is there? I don't remember if he was already in or not. He might have been. It's hard to say, because sometimes the mod creator adds in like entire groups, but he leaves like one person out, and then he adds them in later. And I don't know if he was one of those people where he's one of the top Europe where they just never get added in for a bit. Who can say? Anyway, one guy that did definitely get left out, and genuinely I forgot who this guy was. I saw this guy and I'm like, wait, who? Remember Nero? He's that guy from CP9 that didn't quite make the cut, because he could only use 5 of the 6 powers. I don't know which 5 he has. He's clearly missing one of them. Don't know which one it is. He's here. He's just in. He's just around. Alright. Yeah, the mod maker is generally going for like just everyone in this, but he's just going for all the characters to throw them all in. It's gonna be great. Yeah, sure, anyway. We've got another variation of Colby. So Colby, we've had the, basic Colby from when he got first recruited. We've got Colby 2 years later. Now we've got Hero Colby. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't have his super punch yet. That'll be fun when he gets that. It'll be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, either way though, he's gonna have, the 6 powers and stuff, and 250 HP, boom, he's decently strong. So, okay, yeah, that was pretty cool. Then we got Lilith, because if you're gonna add in one of the Vegapunks, like, it might as well be Lilith. Like, you might as well start with Lilith. Lilith is absolutely great. Okay, now we go into weirder territory. I ask how that dog spawned. I have it set so mobs don't spawn. I guess the dog counts as animal spawning? Sure, whatever. Anyway, then we've got Uta, who, okay, so technically, as a note thing, yeah, Uta had been in the mod before, but that was before the mod got remade, because the mod maker originally made the mod. Back when he first made the mod, I'm pretty sure Film Red was still quite new, so Uta got a lot of attention in that mod early on, where, like, she was basically the first big boss you could fight. Like, she was the strongest thing in the mod for a while, with her Tots music ability. So, yeah, then they remade the mod and she wasn't in it for a bit. Or her fruit added in though, so it was assumed she was going to appear. Yeah, and then she's now here. Now she has her full ability. She's also now apparently triggered by the Straw Hat, so if you have that thing, apparently that will trigger her to use Tots music and stuff. I just realized I don't have the Straw Hat on. I mean, no, she'll do it to me anyway, because I'm in, creative mode. But, like, yeah, apparently if she uses Straw Hat, that's what will trigger her to go into, like, Tots music mode. Or still, apparently, no, the mod maker, no, I guess we'll see. Maybe if you attack her, she'll still do it anyway. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Then we get someone that's technically a massive spoiler, but I mean, we've already been throwing those around. I mean, we saw Copper and stuff like that, so hey, I can throw this person down, and people aren't really gonna know what about them. Yeah, we got Gunko in. This is what we got. This is what they went for until the actual coloring gets released. It looks cool. Gunko's cool. I'm curious if she has any of her abilities. You would fight who's who, right? You see each other. I was gonna say, like, you might still be working. You don't say you're work in progress, but you might still be work in progress until, your Delpher gets added in. Who can say? So far, it does look like they're just using regular combat abilities. Okay, he clearly just used Geppo, and now he's using Tekai. Oh, hey, sound effects. See, I couldn't tell you who's who had as a combat thing. I genuinely forgot this guy. Yeah, this guy was a Marine, wasn't he? That was literally his thing. He was a Marine. Didn't he play Jinbei? Yes, Devil Fruit too, actually. Yeah, so he's got all the different things. Yeah, okay, so Gunko's just in right now, but he doesn't have all of her really cool stuff. Yo, and Tempest Kit looks so cool. Now that sound effect too. Yo, I'm liking these changes. Because yeah, they changed up a bunch of the animations for a bunch of the different abilities. Because, like, yeah, if you go into, like, say, Roger's ability, And we go over to Divine Departure. Apparently, they changed up how the animation stuff for it works. In most cases, to me, it just looks cleaner. Like, it cuts through stuff a lot cleaner. It just looks cleaner. That's just how I typically look at it. Yes, Frankie got some changes for, yeah, his Radical Beam. Got a glow up to look way cooler. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Then, yeah, Fresh Fire also got, like, its own little animation thing for its little animation upgrades. Very cool. And then some Devil Fruits obviously got upgrades as well. But yeah, most of the upgrades, though, it's just, yeah, everything looks nicer, basically. I don't know, like, to what extent, because, like, they list off tons of different abilities. So basically, just as he's going through the mod, he just decides, hey, I guess he's gotten better at, like, designing certain things. He's like, I'm just gonna upgrade that and make it look really pretty. And then he does so. So, yeah, just if you think, hey, this looks slightly different when I last played it, it probably is. It's not you tripping. You probably are looking at this, and the ability's probably been upgraded to look nicer. Now, out of curiosity for this next part. So, obviously, you know, the mobs get their new passives and stuff like that. Very cool. So, another feature, and this was always a big thing for this mod, was the water. Essentially, the mobs had no self-preservation in them. They would throw themselves into the water, basically. They would attack things and fall in the water, and they wouldn't really avoid it at all. So, in turn, it can be really easy to beat Delphi users because of that, because they get knocked in the water, and now they're useless. I've now added the mechanic thing in, so that doesn't happen as easily. Now, I don't know if this is going to work because I'm in creative mode. I want to assume it will, but we'll try it and see. Actually, I'm not even going to be able to hit him because I'm in creative mode. No, I can. Okay, but I also hit him too far, so that didn't really help. Oh, yep, there we go. There we go, yeah. So, yeah, in Rob Litchie's case, because he's a Delver user, doesn't want to fall in the water. As he was falling there, he geppoed back onto land, essentially. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, I hit ridiculously hard, so I mean, forgetting the fact I'm on, like... Oh, yeah, I'm also playing as Garp still right now. Yeah, that makes sense. My punches are actually doing vicious damage. And knocking people flying. But yeah, I love that as a mechanic. I love that they put that in as a mechanic. They're gonna avoid the water now. That's so awesome. Because, like, it was literally just so easy to beat certain people because of that mechanic. That I'll literally just punch you over to the water. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I can't hit him. I think technically because I count as, like, good guy. I think it's a safety precaution, so I don't accidentally hit Liffy while I'm, like, you know, doing bits. But yeah, so Liffy's got a mechanic, so yeah, he'll use his Gum. What move would that be? Whatever his move's called. Yeah, he'll stretch his arms out to go grab a surface to try and avoid being knocked in the water. Very cool. I am really curious what happens when Buggy tries to get knocked in the water. Bonk. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna switch over styles really quick. Hey, what if we go Sanji for a bit, okay? What if we go Sanji for a bit, and then we summon Buggy again, and we kick Buggy. No, never mind. Buggy still just sinks like a brick. I was wondering if you'd just split thing or something, but never mind. Anyway, yeah, Kuma, some Delphi users get really cool ones, because, you know, cool Delphi user abilities. So yeah, he'll literally use his Paw for it, and teleport himself to avoid the water. Awesome. Yeah, we've got Aokiji. He'll literally just freeze the ocean. Are we playing this game? We're playing this game. There we go. I hit him too far. I need an ocean for this. Go in the water, you. There we go. So yeah, if he's gonna fall in the water, he uses the Delphi ability to freeze the water. As one would expect of the ice user. I remember where Kuma went. Kuma just went out of here, apparently. Awesome. Yeah, Kijiru, similar deal. Very lovely sound effects. Yeah, similar deal. He'll use his light for it and just teleport over. Avoid the water. What does a Kainu do? Yeah, okay, yeah, he just turned into magma and, like, threw himself away from it. Okay, cool. I was wondering, like, is he gonna, like, melt the water or something? Like, what's he gonna do? But he's gonna freak out because he can't figure out, because of his size, he can't get on land. Okay, I was just looking for what Delphi is just to try and toss them in the water because it's very cool seeing how they react to I'm about to fall in the water. Who is Rockstar? I just found a spawn egg called Rockstar. It was next to, like, Kaido's crew. I'm like, wait, who's that? Who is this guy? Alright, hold on. I have a Brook here. I were to kick a Brook. I can't kick Brook. Like I said, can Brooke... Oh no, Brooke just swims, never mind. Okay, so... Can't say I was expecting the fold like that, though. That was amazing. Yeah, okay, I was wondering, like, would Brooke do this thing where he can, like, just run on water? Apparently he just swims, just floats. Okay, cool. Scratch Poo. Seen him before? Yo, dude, why are you getting involved? Okay, so Apu technically doesn't have a devil for it right now, so he just swims as well. Alright, cool. Anyway, Marco, what if we hit you? Nah, we're gonna play this game, alright. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, Marco will become a phoenix to avoid falling in the water. Makes a lot of sense. Ace will, yeah, turn into fire and teleport his way over. Very cool. Marco, you feeling alright, bud? You good? Yeah, he's fine. Whitebeard. What does Whitebeard do to avoid falling in the water? Out of curiosity, that getting you in the water is already going to be a pain. You need to not be running around. Oh, he'll just do that. Okay. You better hope you're not fighting him, because yeah, if you try to knock him in the water, he's literally just going to swing on you. Awesome. Then yeah, Blackbeard. Nah, he just dies. Cool. Yeah, all in all, this has been a really cool update. You know, some extra characters flung in. Always nice. Technically, there are a couple outfits flung in as well. The passive stuff's cool. I love the mechanic for avoiding the water. The other, you know, animation stuff's always nice as well. Yeah, so, okay, finding new outfits in this is tricky, because unless they're, like, literally tied to a brand new character, I never know what was in or not. Like, was Rayleigh's outfit before? I don't remember, but it's there. But yeah, we've got Hero Colby's outfit, so, you know, you can toss that on and get his, you know, upgrade outfit from when he became killer, and then, yeah, we've got Gunku's outfit. So, if you want to wear this stuff, hey, it's an option. You can wear it. Very cool. Anyway, we got one more thing to look at. I suppose I might as well go in and trigger it. I was considering just having Luffy appear for this, but sure. So if we summon Yuta, out of curiosity, is it actually a thing that she gets triggered by the Straw Hat? So I don't even have to attack her, she'll just, you know, freak out. So we summon her. I'm currently in creative mode. We're going to go into survival mode. Well, she hasn't immediately freaked out, so there's that. What if we try fighting with her? Summons her minions. Okay. I was on the opinion she'd freak out because of the hat, but never mind. Oh yeah, I'm playing as Sanji. I have increased resistance that really. Well, that's very cool. So hey, oh. Yo? Hello? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, that was very cool. That was very cool, very colorful. What was that? That was amazing. Hey, can you do your other cool stuff? Oh, she's transformed. Okay. Hey, can you do your Tots music thing? Ow. Yeah, this resist damage thing for Sanji is really cool. I mean, okay, it's against her, so she's not exactly hitting like insane. Immense damage. Oh no, yeah, she's doing it right now. Yes, get the shit out. Or not. Never mind. This is another very cool thing. There's the shit out. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, she's got the shit out. Surely she's gonna do it. Oh, she is now. So yeah, Tots Musica. This thing's gonna be quite strong. Well, it's hitting me harder than other things did. Yeah, so obviously hitting way harder with my enhanced defense. Pretty sure he's got another mode as well. This isn't his final form. Hey, Liffy, you wanna do something about this? Go get him. Oh, never mind, transformed again. I don't know if that's because he was actually in danger or where he just freaked out because Luffy's there with the Straw Hat. Either way, though, the enhanced effects for this guy, he's so much cooler than the first time he ever got shown. Because the first time he ever got shown, obviously, was in the, you know, the first version, like the early version of the mod. Mod's been remade since then. He's been remade. His animation thing is so much cooler. I love what he's doing with the sky as well. Like, holy crap. It's that full-on boss thing right here. Yo, how much health has this guy got, out of curiosity? I cannot see, because he's got all the things in the way. Okay, never mind. We're not going to be able to see that. Yo, this guy is so cool, though. He's way killer in a boss fight. Give me an absolute menace, though, trying to take care of him, though, because he's got a lot of stuff going on. Between the insane lasers, the homing lasers, the, you know, stretchy arm attacks and stuff. Yeah, you just beat Luffy there. Not surprising. But yeah, so anyway, I believe that's it for this little mod review. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the show. So, yeah, some really cool update. Love the new Tots music and stuff going on. You know, some fun new enemies flung in. But yeah, Tots music, I think, that's the big one, isn't it? Like, yeah, okay, Shanks' crew showing up in the East Blue. Terrifying. If you're still in the East Blue and they decide, hey, you're my enemy. Which, Doesn't normally happen, but you know, if it's certain situations, you can make it happen. So that's fun. And then yeah, passive stuff's really cool for your characters. You can be more, you know, in line with the anime builds. Yeah, I absolutely adore the mechanic though for avoiding the war, because that was always a thing. It was a bit of a bummer. If you're like having a cool, like an awesome fight with like a character, and then like, you know, you not win the war by accident, it's like, okay, I've won, but like kind of lame though, ain't it? And it's okay. It's like, okay, it was a good way to get 3 points in some cases, maybe. But I found it funny. But personally, when I wanted to actually have a big fight, I really wanted to avoid the war. So yeah, I'm glad that's in. I'm glad a bunch of characters, when you're fighting them in a more serious, you know, big fight, or you know, you want to beat them, yeah, you're actually gonna avoid them. So awesome update, love it. But yeah, anyway, thank y'all for watching. Links down below if you want to go get the mod stuff. Again, it's for 1.20.1 Minecraft, and yeah, I'll see you all next time for whatever Minecraft mod we think we end up doing next. Goodbye, everybody. Also, just want to say a quick thank you to all of the channel members for the extra support, and a special thank you and shout out to our elite members, the joining members Moon Knight Gun, and our ANBU members MonsterQ and AdenIsGone. Thank you all very much for the extra special support.